Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Boxmining. It's been 4 days since we last met, and the news, there's just so much news to talk about. We missed out on Coinbase, the whole Delete Me Coinbase campaign, which we're going to take a very close look at today. We also missed out on the IMF getting really angry at Malta. So we're going to look at what's happening there. And then we also have Starbucks. They gained a significant share of Bakkt. So that actually does mean pretty good news for crypto adoption if Starbucks actually does accept crypto. Really big there. So anyways, we're going to cover all that in the news update today. I also like to thank everyone for wishing me a happy birthday. So it was my birthday last week, and I did celebrate with my friends and kept it pretty nice and simple. And I like to say, guys, thank you so much for being part of my journey. It's been a crazy raw ride, but definitely don't regret any of it. Anyways, enough about me. Let's get straight into today's news. So let's first take a look at the markets. So the markets were retracing quite quickly from the Sunday dip. So right now, we actually just in the past 10 minutes, we had Bitcoin prices go up from 3,800 to 3,862. It was just a quite short burst just now. Like it was like bloop, and then suddenly we're back at the 3,900, almost at 3,900 where that resistance lies. In terms of who's leading this, it seems like Litecoin has been one that's pushing. Also, like surprisingly, Binance Coin has been pushing up quite a lot recently. And right now, I just want to say the price volatility is going to be quite high. It's going to like fluctuate between points and at a very quick bursts as well. Now let's start off the news with delete Coinbase. So a lot has happened, and let's just get a recap of this whole controversy. So what did Coinbase announce? They announced they're acquiring a company called Neutrino. And the problem with Neutrino is that they have this tie with another company, a surveillance company called the Hacking Team. Now, the Hacking Team has been pretty unscrupulous. They've been criticized for selling products to governments with a history of human rights violations in Egypt, Russia, Kazakhstan, and these are surveillance-based software. So yeah, not the most clean company to be acquiring, nor to be doing KYC for Coinbase. Now, the reason why Coinbase acquired Neutrino, it seems like they did it out of necessity, because news recently surfaced that their current providers of KYC information, when you have to submit your passport information to Coinbase, someone verifies that up. And that someone, unfortunately, was selling client data to outside sources. Yikes. That means if you are using Coinbase, it is possible that your data has already been sold to outsiders. And this is like not even like the Facebook style of selling your data, because when Facebook has your data, sure, they have your name, but they don't have, say, your proof of address. They don't have your social security number if you have to do that in the States. But here they're selling direct KYC information and including those photos of you that you have to use in Coinbase. So yeah, you definitely want to be on the watchful eye out there. If you did use Coinbase in the past, just be careful of stolen data KYC information, because that's not cool. And in fact, Jesse Powell from Kraken also voiced in as well. And they explicitly said that they did not or want to use Neutrino because of issues of culture fit, which means they're probably pretty unscrupulous. Personally, I would definitely look for alternative ways to buy crypto. Coinbase, just this whole thing doesn't smell right to me. I'll definitely look into other OTC counters like over-the-counter trading desk or Bitcoin centers in your city. Tell me down below if you guys use Coinbase or if there's a coin trading desk in your city that you can easily buy or sell crypto with. Speaking of additional ways to buy crypto, we got Bakkt coming back into the picture. No pun intended. But what it seems like right now is that Starbucks is very likely to integrate digital asset payment in their stores because they actually have a significant portion of Bakkt. It seems to be the case that just Bakkt decided, hey, have some equity shares of our company in exchange for integration or a partnership. So this is pretty common. Starbucks, because they're such a big vendor that they have so much power. I mean, just think about all those Starbucks locations accepting crypto. Sure, you might not get the best coffee, but at least you can use crypto to buy something. Now, does it make sense for Starbucks? I definitely think so, because right now, because Starbucks is taking in credit card, and the problem with credit card is that credit card companies charge a base fee plus a percentage, and that base fee adds up to be quite a lot if you're just buying a $1 or $2, or in the case of Starbucks, $3 coffee. So in that sense, it makes sense for them to look for different payment alternatives, and by choosing a crypto solution, well, that would make a lot of sense, especially if it's a high performance solution. I also like to congratulate Plair for getting listed on Oceanex. And if you guys don't know this, Plair is the one and only project I'm advising. And the reason why I'm advising them is because they're creating an ecosystem of value for gamers. What does that mean? It just means you get paid for playing video games. I mean, we're in this darn age where esports is getting really, really popular. People are competing, streaming, and teaching each other. And this is a way to create value essentially by sitting there and playing a video game. And what's more exciting, not just beyond the listing for Plair, but also the alpha is coming up to demo how the tech works. So that's coming next week, and I hope you guys can stay tuned for that as well. Next up, we got the IMF. So the International Monetary Fund, they're pretty angry at Malta. So if you guys know Malta, they're becoming the blockchain island. A lot of the exchange, for example, probably the biggest one, Binance, has moved there. And Malta is basically harboring a lot of these crypto projects and sites. And the IMF is not happy with that. So they're saying, yeah, your AML policies are not good enough. You know what's my policy when it comes to these monetary authorities? They're chasing after the wrong guys. The real crooks, the real money launderers, the ones that launder trillions of dollars. Yeah, you probably want to look at the big banks like JP Morgan or Deutsche Bank. Look at these abuses, toxic securities abuses, mortgage banking violation, anti-money laundering deficiencies. The penalties itself, these adds up to billions of dollars and multiple records where they were found guilty. It just simply doesn't make sense that IMF is like issuing a urgent action recommendation for Malta as a location. All right, so those are the important discussion topics this week. Now, this week, we also have some really cool stuff. We have Hong Kong blockchain happening this week. Hong Kong blockchain week happening this week. And that's a combination of a bunch of conferences and events. Throughout this week, it actually looks pretty packed. Been getting photos from that. Now, I'm going to limp around for the next few days at one of two of these events. I even have a session with Data Dash, so we're going to hopefully meet up. And also, if you guys have anyone you want me to check out or talk to in Hong Kong Blockchain Week, do leave a comment down below as well. Also, in around 10 hours, I'll be doing a live stream with Alex from CryptoCandor. If you don't know her, she's been doing a lot of amazing videos on YouTube recently. And also, she's been one of the most passionate people I've seen in the crypto space. So make sure you click the link below and set a reminder for that video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to smash up that like button. See you guys tomorrow.